Hi YouTube. Today we have a 2014 Ford Focus. This car have a transmission problem. I get it from auction. They don't have no reverse, and I fix it. And the car run right now, and they keep it shut in the code for a fuel pressure, the sensor B. And I keep it searching around here, and I find some things here I want to share with you guys, and you have to be careful too before you guys replace parts and do all the stuff. And please, like I said in the first video, check fuels, check everything before you change parts. But this case here, there's not fuels problem. And the first things I saw, and it is a screw come to the car. If you see all the wires, they try to break all the wires. So this for the coil, right? But I don't have no missing fire from the coil, so he don't cut the coil, the wires. The wires not cut. But my problem here, and I keep searching around and everything on the top here, the only thing you can see is this part. So you can see a lot of rest of food. They leave them there. All the dust is there. And he cut all this coal out to the pressure line. That's the pump, pressure pump, the fuel pressure pump. So I'm gonna go around and see everything I can. So if you guys see, I replaced the actuator. It's a brand new, and replace the transmission module too. I don't know if you guys can see because it's all underneath, but it's brand new transmission mod I put on it. I think I can show you guys underneath. I can bend here and show you guys. So if you see, it's a brand new transmission actuator. So on the reverse, I replaced two. I have one used, and it's in good condition. I put it in. But my problem now, the car is run okay, but sometimes they get the gear to the second gear and they stuck in the gear, and sometimes they don't want to change the gear. Sometimes they don't want to it go back to the gear. So, and I keep clean the code and do everything, but this code keep it pop up all the time. So the fuel pressure. So that's the code they give it to me all the time. So gear 3 is in gear fail. So, and this code here is the one that was important for me because all the time they come up. So I don't know if this code they can have a problem with, and they send me signal to the gear. I don't know, but I have to figure out how to fix this code first, because all the time they give me a wrong formation about the gear. Sometimes it's the first gear and they're engaged, sometimes it's the second gear, sometimes it's the third gear, and it's not like they give me the gear 3 fell all the time. So sometimes it's different gear. So I don't know if it's the problem is because this right here, the low circuit, the fuel pressure sensor B. So let's go and see where's the sensor B, and let's see what's going on here, and I find out the problem. So I'm gonna show you guys. So the sensor, the pressure sensor A, it's right there, and the B is go to right here on the front of the engine, on the right side of the front engine. So I follow all the wires through to the intake, and I don't know if I can zoom out and show you guys, but that's the problem right there. All the wires is cut. They scroll go in this cord and make a mess in it. He cut all the wires. You can see right there. That was a bad one. I can point right there. And the wires is all cut. So now I have to take the intake manifold out to see if I can get a room to go and replace the wires, because I'm gonna see if I can go underneath and see if I can get a chance to get the wires there and take and put a new one. But the engine's hot right now, so I have to do this later. So that's the problem, because the code and I raise it and they keep it come back all the time. They keep it come back. So I might think the sensor is bad, but I checked the sensor and everything. The sensor is good. So when I follow the wires, since I see this right here on the top, so I think myself maybe they go there and they cut another cable. So when I check all the things, so I figured out that's the problem. So now I have to go and replace that. So if you guys have any problem on the car, it's sit for a long time, especially near the tree. So be careful and don't keep changing parts. So before you change all the parts, so check it out if it's not something problem like this. So if you see, so this right here, they don't cut all of it, but I can just put a tape on it and fix it. But the other one there, he cut all of it, so I have to replace all of it. So now I have to start it to do this thing. It's a big thing. So hopefully I find a way how to remove the cable and replace it, and I don't have to remove the intake manifold. So I don't want to do that because it's a lot of work and I have to do. But I think like I can have another way to do it underneath or whatever on the side. Just let this car sit here for a while and cool down the engine because it's hot. Because I keep driving this car right now to check the transmission, everything. Okay, I'm back. The car now is cooled down. The engine is cool. So you have to leave the car, put the jacket stand around, and to take the manifold, it's a couple bolt. It's a 6 bolt on the front, the 10 millimeter. Be careful when you're gonna move this bolt here on the side, so you can't fit your hand on that. So use the magnet to catch the bolt. Use the magnet to catch the bolt, and on the bottom they have another 10 millimeter too. Let me show you. This is the other 10 millimeter right here. So you have to remove this too. And you have the wires, the hanger on the, so you have to remove right here, and another one on the side. And the top, you have a couple one too. So you have to remove the line right there, is everything. So you got another clipper here too, another one here. So you got to remove all of it. So it's easy, you can see there. So it's not, I'm saying I'm gonna try to fix the cable and then remove it, the intake manifold, but I can't. So I have to remove. If you guys see, it's very out. So I just have to release and pass around to the wires, everything here. Gently, you have to be careful so you don't do nothing. You're gonna mess up. So I'm gonna take out and show you guys. And then other things too. So this is 10 millimeter. To take the top here, you're gonna need this small extension to use to take the top. It's 10 millimeter bolt. Okay, the thing is out. The hard part I have, it's connect this thing because the room is too tight. My hand is big, so it's too tight to disconnect because they go like this. Yeah, that's the part. So there's the oil line. I don't know, I think the waste oil line. So I just put a gloves right there to cover to the throw body so they don't get any dust in it. And look, this thing. So all the cable is mess, and they keep it touched to the charger. So the sensor is right here. So that's why I got a bad signal to the sensor, because all the cable is cut. So look at this thing. So now I have to cut here and make a new wires to here, and here I'm gonna make another one here. So that's the thing. So a little animal can do all this mess. Yep. Oh, it's for the fuel injector. So the fuel injector light is cut. So that's the problem. The fuel injector light is cut, and the sensor too. The high pressure sensor light is cut, and also the fuel injector. So but they don't make no sense because they don't have no checking line on for the injector, and this cable keep it touched to charger. So it's supposed to be a bad signal, and this thing is already cut. Look. So I don't know why they already have a missing fire. They don't have no missing fire. Doesn't make no sense. Okay, let me start to do this right here, and I'll show you back after I fix. I'll be back to you guys. So I came into the junkyard and I get a new cable to the other car because that cable I have is a mess. So I don't think it's a good idea to use that one. So I get a new one. So it's in good condition. So I'll plug. There's the fuel injector, all four, and there's the sweet pressure. So I'm gonna keep this one. So I remove the old one. So it's hard to take the plug, the connection for the fuel injector. So what I use this plier here. But if you have a small plier, I think it should be better to take it out. And this line here, the water line. So don't take it out the water line, because now you have to put a new water in it. So I just disconnect this, put it down so I can have access. So now I'm gonna put the one I get back from junkyard. Look how this thing is. So that's why I'm going to the junkyard and get another one. So this is the one I get from junkyard. This is the old one, and this is the new one. So now I'm gonna start to put it back in there. and put all the stuff back on the spot and I'll show you guys after I'm done. So that's the one I told you, the clips on the bottom port. That's the side one. It's the other one, the other side. So let me start to do this. So the new wire is already there. So now how to put the intake back, and don't forget to connect the pipe underneath. Okay, now is everything in spot, back to normal. Now I'm gonna raise the code, reset all the computer, all the module and sensors, everything, and then drive the car. Now back to you guys. Okay guys, now it's already done, so now I'm gonna test drive and see how they work. I still have the Mexican hookup. I delete all the code. So before, right when the delete the code and start the car, the light, the check engine lights pop on right away. So the car is being seated here for long, around like 30 minutes already, and the light don't pop up again. So now I'm gonna drive and see how this thing feel. Before, when you drive and they keep it jerk a little bit, so you don't have a pressure on the fuel line, on the sensor, the injector. So that's why they jump and they throw the code. Yep, they run pretty good. Is very solved. Simple. Thanks. It's the cable. I don't know how the screw go there in the car and cut all the cable off. So that's my problem. I switch the cable and the car is being fixed. So if you like the video, please subscribe, give a thumb up, and thank you for watching. I hope for the video help someone fix the problem. Thank you. See you next video.